Now this illustration deals with splices and bus bars in accordance with NEC 250.64 C2 as in car. Now notice at the very bottom of the illustration we have the common grounding electrode conductor without splice. It could be a bus bar or it could be a conductor. But notice that it never has to be any larger than 3/0 if it's a conductor, in accordance with the 2020 NEC, makes that very clear. So, and then we would have the tapped grounding electrode conductors based upon the size of the conductors where the taps made. For example, let's review the first panel board with its main and meter to the left, and say that we tapped from the service conductors inside the wireway with 4/0 conductors and terminated to a 225 amp main. Then that grounded conductor that you see connected to the bar where the grounding electrode conductor connects, and that bar is bonded to the enclosure, and then the grounding electrode conductor is connected to the common grounding electrode conductor. It would be number 2, the tap conductor there to the common grounding electrode, in accordance with table 250.66 would be the size of that tap. But the grounded conductor that is routed from the meter to the bus bar that's bonded to the enclosure would be sized from table 250.102C1 as in car. So as we just said, if there were 4/0 conductors tapped from the wireway, terminated to a 225 amp main, as we've said a number of times, that would be a number 2 grounded conductor to serve as an effective pad for the fault current and comply with 250.4A5 is an apple. But if the neutral requirement of 220.61 required it to be a 1/0 for neutral load, then naturally it would be increased from number 2 to 1/0, and it would serve as a neutral, a bonding means, and an effective pad for the fault current, and we would completely comply with our table 250.102C1 and section 220.61. But this section, 250.64C2 as in car, is showing a common grounding electrode conductor, but it could also be a bus bar. And we would just terminate to it. It'd be connected to earth ground as shown in the illustration.